Hello, this is my first YouTube video, and it's basically to just ask Amazon to please put these books out in the Kindle format. Uh, Starting off, this is going to be the first of ever how many. I might do some book reviews, I might do some more, well, I'm going to do some more. Uh, please put these out on Kindle, because they'll save me a lot of space, and hopefully it'll introduce these books to other people. People who are fans, like these starting off are going to be based on movie series. I'm going to do movies and TV shows and stuff like that that have put out, you know, based on a TV show books, basically. The first in this lineup, which I personally really would like to see these on Kindle because I have them. I have hard copies. I would love to have them in the digital format. Hopefully someday Amazon will put these out. Hopefully if some of you see this and say, hey, I'd like to see these on a Kindle too, because I've switched over to digital. I've not completely switched over to digital. I still like the hard copies every now and then. I do prefer the digital at this point because compared to, say, Stephen King's The Stand, the book is about that thick, if not thicker, and you could put them on a Kindle that is this thin, basically. So, saves a lot of room. Anyway, first book. First series of books I'd like to see on a Kindle and hopefully introduced. Like people see this and say, hey, I want those on Kindle too. Okay, here's the first book. The Nightmares on Elm Street. A little damage, I've had it for a long time. Basically, this has the first 3 movies in one novel. It's not very thin. The stories aren't very long, but they're good. And at the end, there's the beginning of how Freddy got the beginning before he got burned. So it's a nice little original story that's in the back of this book that's really pretty cool. So Amazon and anybody else who wants to see this in the Kindle format, Kindle app, Kindle, please, join me in saying, Amazon, please put these out in the Kindle format if you can. So there's that first one. And that's followed up, of course, by The Nightmares on Elm Street. And this is the 4th and 5th movie. Okay, doesn't have as much damage. Still got its back and everything. But that's another one I'd like to see out on Kindle. Okay, and a little while, they put out this original short story, seven short stories, and they put it in a novel, and it's Freddy Krueger's 7 Sweetest Dreams. So that has 7 original stories. Also has never seen the light of Kindle, as far as I know. I've been looking. So that's that one. Okay. Next book in this series, which these are all Nightmare on Elm Streets to begin with. Okay. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Okay, I'd love to see this one in Kindle format too. This is when Wes Craven came back to direct Freddy and put a whole new spin on the character. Made him a little different, but mostly the same. Yeah, I'd like to have that one in a Kindle too, if someday possible. Okay, and then we have this one, Freddy vs. Jason. Now, this came out when Kindle was first coming out, and, well, around the time Kindle was first coming out, more or less. But they put this one out, no Kindle release. And this was a good book, so yeah. And after that, or around that time when Freddy vs. Jason came out, a company called Black Flame, a publishing company called Black Flame, put out some original Freddy and Jason and other stories, which we'll get to those later in other videos. But the first one, and I have a bunch of these, but I'm just going to show you this first one. Okay. It's Nightmare on Elm Street, Suffer the Children. Now these were original novels, not based on the movies, which is also what the Seven Sweetest Dreams was. They were original short stories. But these are original novel-length stories. Nice and thick, a lot of details. And I don't even know if Black Flame still exists anymore. I would hope they do. But they also never released these out on Kindle. Now I would love to see the whole Nightmare on Elm Street series come out on Kindle. It'd be a great thing, in my opinion. But this is the one of the first ones, and it was a whole series. They don't publish publish the books anymore, as far as I know. I mean, I know they don't. I've been looking. Let's see. Okay, there was another one called Dream Spawn, and that was one of the other. I think that might have been the first one, or maybe the second one. I'm not sure. Anyway, if you go on, say, Amazon or eBay trying to find these books and these other books, they rank up to like $30, $40, $50. Some of them do. People are charging a lot for these books, which may mean that people want to buy these, which means if you put these out on Kindle, you know, people might buy them. I know I would. I mean, I love the hard copies, but you know what? Little example of why I want these to come out on a Kindle, in a Kindle format. Just a small example. Like I said, I love to read. I buy books all the time, in digital and hard copy. If I can't find it in the digital, I'll go to hard copy. But this is a Kindle. Of course, everybody knows what a Kindle is. This is the stack of books I just showed you, the whole stack. All these on a shelf, or this. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I love my books. I love the smell of books, sit and read a book, you know, I love it. This saves a lot of room. You know, compare that, so it's not like I'm not going to keep these up. I may just put them in storage. They'd be on here. So, you know, hopefully they wouldn't charge an outrageous price for all of them, but, you know, I would love for the publishing companies and Amazon to get together and maybe put those books out, hopefully, someday. Okay, that will end it for my first video. And next up, like I said, I'm going to do some book reviews, and some of these will be on Kindle, some of these won't. If they are out on Kindle, I'll try to put a link up in the notes, like this is where you can go to download it, or I'll put the link to buy a hard copy if you prefer hard copy. I mean, like I said, some people like digital, some people like hard copy. Either way you want to go. If I can find hard copies, links to hard copies, or links to the digitals, I'll give them to you. I'll put them in the notes. So hopefully, if some of you see this, some of you like this, say, hey, I want those books on Kindle too. Just start hammering Amazon. Like, hey, we want these on Kindle. We'll buy these. Please put these out. You know, talk to whoever owns the rights. Amazon, if you're listening, I would appreciate it, and hopefully others will too. So, thank you for watching this first video, and hopefully there'll be more sometime. Bye.